Hi, welcome to the debate on the Premier League preview show on Citi TV. So the last few weeks we've gone from, well, we've gone to Liverpool, we've gone to Man United twice. Today we are in North London, the red side of North London, and we are going to discuss their latest acquisition, their £45 million Ghanaian midfielder, Thomas Partey. He joined Arsenal on deadline day, and it's been absolute pandemonium on the social media handles. The pictures are crazy. People are happy. There are songs, all kinds of things happening because a Ghanaian has signed for Arsenal Football Club. So the question we ask is, what does Thomas Partey, or what will Thomas Partey bring to Arsenal? What will Thomas Partey bring to Arsenal, their latest acquisition, to come and add more to their midfield? Elikem, let me start from you. You were talking, you were kind of hinting at what you thought he would provide. You were talking about helping Nicolas Pepe. But that aside, maybe you can finish that point. But broadly, what exactly does he give to this Arsenal team? Why did Arsenal take £45 million of their money? Why did they go to La Liga to go and trigger a player's buyout clause and bring him into this team? Because it's an open secret that Arsenal have been chasing this player for a while. Why were they looking for him?
Well, I have a personal theory that a transfer is supposed to do four things. The first is supposed to bring in an added quality to your team. The second is supposed to give the coach options. The third one is supposed to send the fans buzzer. And the fourth one is supposed to at least give your teammates that kind of feeling that we are a step closer to our goals. I think Thomas Partey... Not to catch you there,
but for our viewers, that's Thomas Partey's first day at Arsenal. He had to take the official pictures and all of that. And people are excited. People are just happy to have him around. Arsenal are happy to get a player they've been chasing for a while. And that's Thomas Partey having a chat with Edu, the technical director, as they pose for pictures, or as he goes in to go through his the routine checks and pictures and all of that.
Yeah, I think Thomas Partey signing covers all the four theories I have said, all the four aspects of transfer, as I've stated. But for what he brings into the team personally, I think in general he gives Mikel Arteta options. For me, I felt, as I was saying before we went on the break, for that right center midfield role in the flat 4-3-3, it is his for the taking. I mean, you watch what Salah is doing at Liverpool. Majority of his success is due to the fact that Liverpool have created a system that has pushed him so up the pitch that whenever he gets the ball, with two touches, he's one-on-one with the defender and he's in the opponent's box. I think Arsenal are trying to do that for their right-sided winger, in pushing him further up the pitch. And with Thomas Partey in attack, that is what he brings, because as a right central midfielder, he can at least cover the space in behind the right winger when he moves forward. But defensively, also gives Arsenal steal. He's a specimen, and he has defensive qualities. I mean, you watch him for the Ghana Black Stars, for Atletico Madrid. He has been disciplined in a defensive setup for at least 5 years, if I could remember. So for that, he brings that also. But in another light, for the past 2 seasons, he has shown us that he is versatile. He's been playing as in the base of a midfield two for Atletico Madrid for the last season. I mean, sometimes they pair him with Koke, sometimes they pair him Saul when they want to push either Koke or Saul out wide. So he's excelled in that role for Atletico Madrid. So he gives Mikel Arteta that other option to play him at the base in case he wants to try him there, or even in the midfield, even in the double pivots. The downside to, I think, this whole Partey thing, this whole Partey signing could be, and it is one very little worry I have in me as an Arsenal fan. You know, I've been following Thomas Partey since he broke into the Ghana team in 2015, and I'll say his lowest moments in Ghana was in the 2019 AFCON. And that was the moment where everyone was watching him, every eye was on him. Every Ghanaian fan going into the AFCON tipped Thomas Partey as the man to lead us. He was some sort of the poster boy for the Black Stars at the 2019 AFCON. And it didn't go so well with him. With all these cameras on him, with all these hypes surrounding him, I'm very skeptical as to how he might handle all the pressure. But that is just a very little worry I have about this whole transfer.
Right, so that's Thomas Partey on your screens, doing it for Atletico Madrid a few weeks, months, years ago. Edwin, your thoughts? Arsenal have a new midfielder. Do you think he's what they need, and do you think he can give them something to take them forward? And what is it that he will give them?
Look, every team needs quality, and Thomas Partey is definitely quality. He is bags of quality. He's shown it at Atletico Madrid. He's shown it consistently for the Ghana national team as well. Since we're doing listicles, Elikem had his 4. I think Thomas Partey's signing for Arsenal brings three things: ball recovery, ball retention, and ball progression.
Okay, so those are some of the numbers if you compare Thomas's output to the rest of the Arsenal midfield. So that is Dani Ceballos, Mo Elneny, and Granit Xhaka. Now, if you run through the tackles list, he's outperforming everybody. He's outperforming everybody on interceptions, outperforming everybody on recovery, outperforming everybody again on duels won, and outperforming everybody in dribbles completed. So clearly, if you look at the numbers, as you see them, he's an absolute upgrade on all the midfielders Arsenal have in the middle of the park.
Yeah, he's definitely an upgrade. So back to my 3 points. You look at ball recovery. The stats back there prove that Thomas is one of the best. He's already the best tackler in the Arsenal team. He's already the best ball recoverer. For a team like Arsenal that's trying to play a little more safely under Arteta, they need players who can get the ball back. They are not going to have as much possession as they used to under Arsene Wenger and to some extent under Unai Emery. They are not going to have as much of the ball. So they need someone who can get it from the other team as much as possible. Thomas brings that into that team. For ball retention, he's one of the best passers of the ball. And he's one of the strongest players on the pitch as well. He's a player who it's difficult to get the ball off him once he has it. So once he moves it on, you know it's going to almost always going to get to his teammates. And that is another thing Arsenal need. They don't need a player who is going to give the ball away when, in case, let's say they are facing a team like Man City who almost always have the ball. They are going to get it a few times. They don't need a player who is going to give it away anytime he gets it. Thomas Partey brings that. Ball progression. Look at that dribbling stats. Partey was actually the best dribbler of any player in Europe's top 5 leagues last season. That includes, of course, the regulars like Lionel Messi, like Thiago Alcantara, like Isco, whoever. Thomas Partey was at the top of that list. Arsenal need players who can, while keeping the ball, get past players and move it up the pitch. That's another quality that Thomas brings to this team. And one thing that we don't speak enough of is options. If you look at Thomas Partey, he can play as a central defensive midfielder. He's even been known to play at right back for Atletico. And he can play higher up the field. We've seen him play for the Black Stars almost as a second striker. If you are in a match where you need a player who can hold on to a lead, you are under bags of pressure, and you need a player who can settle your midfield, make them safe. You have Thomas Partey on the bench. He comes in, he can do a job. If you need a player who maybe your team is struggling to create chances, your team is struggling to keep the ball, you bring Thomas Partey in, he does a job. If you need a right back who can do a job defensively and offensively, Partey is your man. The main thing he brings to Arsenal is versatility. He can do any job the coach gives him. And I watched this interview with Citi Sports' Benjamin Ketia recently, where he talked about the fact that he doesn't see himself as a central defensive midfielder. He doesn't see himself as a right back. He doesn't see himself as a centre back. He does the job that the coach brings him in to do. And that is one factor, one feature, one quality that Arteta will look at and say, this is the player I want in my team every single match. And I think
because he feels that he can do different things.
He can do different things, do them absolutely better than anyone else, even players who have a specialty in that position. He does it better than them. He plays every game with 100% effort. Thomas Partey is one of the players who you bring into your team, and immediately it lifts the whole squad. It lifts the players around him because he makes everyone around him better. He creates this circle of quality that spreads around the pitch. As Elikem said, he creates room for Pepe to thrive, creates room for Xhaka to focus on his side as well. Focus on his side as well. Make the left-sided side of the pitch better. He creates this safe zone in front of the defense, makes the defensive side better. He progresses the ball forward, makes the strikers work better. All they have to do is find the right space. I think Thomas is a real upgrade on anything that Arsenal has at the moment. And he's one of the best midfielders in the morning. He steps into the Premier League as one of the very best midfielders. He would walk into any other team. And Arsenal have got a really good signing on their hands.
All right, we'll see what happens to him. Arsenal take on Man City at the Etihad. We'll find out how Thomas will fare. Will he start? We don't know. Will he come from the bench? Very, very, very likely. So that's it for the debate. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, I read more of your messages, and then we get into the era of points, bonus points, chips, and transfers, and all of that. The FPL zone will be on after this break. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.